Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Right, so I'm just continuing the episode about my new car options. So as you guys can see on the screen, I'll go straight to the point. So this is another car that has really caught my attention. Okay, it's from Lotus and it's called the Emira. Okay, straight away looks like a Ferrari. I don't know why, don't ask me why. It does look like a Ferrari. Okay, and I think for the prices these cars are starting at, it's a no-brainer. It's quite expensive. It might be out of my budget, but it's definitely an option I am looking to explore for the channel. Okay, so let's have a look at the options. Okay, so I think the Lotus Emira deliveries starts 2023, I believe. There's almost a year wait on them at the moment because they are that popular as well. Price wise, I believe, engine wise, I believe there are two options. There's a 2-liter engine, 400 horsepower from AMG, and then there's a V6 from Toyota, which I've heard on a few YouTube channels. I think the sound from that V6 is incredible. Okay, the price range, I believe, I'm not exactly sure, but I believe the price range is between 60,000 and 70,000 plus for the V6. Okay, so we'll just have a look at the options, see what's available, and see what we can possibly spec for this car. If I could afford all the cars on my list, I'd probably go for that one. I don't know a lot about Lotuses. I know they are quite popular with regards to making small cars that handle really well on roads and on A roads and things like that, and on track as well. Very lightweight vehicles. So it's kind of a surprise that manufacturer Lotus can bring a car with this looks at that price range point, make it accessible to most people, and also make it look great, which is something that has kind of got me on board this Lotus Emira. Okay, so let's have a look at what the options are. Let's see if we can configure one of these Lotuses. Right, there we go. So as you guys can see, there's two options. There's the Fest Edition and the Base Edition. Okay, these are the delivery points. So I will go for the Fest Edition. Okay, that's what I believe is the V6. Okay, as you guys can see, if you go for the V6, you'll be looking at about £76,000, which is a lot of money for a Lotus. But do you know what? I think for a car that looks like that, that price should be double at least. That's what I think anyways. Okay, so let's have a quick look at it. So let's look at the powertrain. You can see V6 supercharged, 3.5 liter, 400 horsepower, and then you've got a 2-liter 360 horsepower, 430 newton meters of torque. That's available next year. The V6 is available this year. Okay, with regards to gear options, you've got a dual clutch. Okay, and I believe you've got a manual gearbox as well for the V6. In the 4-liter, 2-liter engine, you've got only the automatic, but in the V6 you've got a manual gearbox. And there's two options with regards to, I wouldn't call it a pack, but with regards to different versions of the car. There's the Sports and then the Touring. Okay, the Touring, I believe, is tuned, the suspension is tuned for daily use, and the Sports, as the name implies, okay, for fun drives, circuits and things like that. The main difference is the suspension for the Sports version is slightly stiffer than the Touring version, and from what I've heard and from what other channels and reviews on YouTube have said, you're best off going for the Touring because the Sports is noticeably harsh than the Touring. Okay, and the best part is that's the only difference between these two cars with regards to the suspension. Okay, so if I was to go for that, I'll probably go for the Touring based on what other YouTubers have suggested. Okay, paint. The paint, I think, I don't know if Lotus are getting a few ideas from BMW's current, paint choices. Okay, there's so many paint options for this car. They all look ridiculous. They all look incredible, and they all suit the car. Okay, the blue looks good. There's Nimbus gray. Okay, looks great. I think shadow gray, very dark gray. That looks good as well. Dark Verdant, that's green. That green is top of my list as it stands. This yellow looks really good as well, and I think this red makes the car really stand out. It makes it suspiciously close to looking like a Ferrari. Okay, but the option of choice, the color of choice for me will be the dark Verdant. Okay, so let's go. I'll try and speed it up slightly. So I'll go for the dark Verdant. Black pack. I've always had black packs of it on any car I've had, so I'll go for the black pack that basically tints the mirrors, various chrome bits on the car. The front splitter is darkened as well, so I'll definitely go for that. The wheels and brake, let's look at the wheel options. Black wheels, right. Okay, so the 3 wheel options, surprisingly, I know I previously said in my other video I'm not a fan of black wheels, but on this occasion I think these gloss black wheels suit this car really well. I think it looks very good. The reason I'm saying that is because the paint looks darker, the wheels look very dark, and it gives it a more menacing look, which I think in a car like this should stand out. So I'm gonna go for the black wheels. Okay. Calipers, one color that stands out straight out to me is the yellow calipers. Okay, the reason why I'm going for the yellow calipers is because I believe it matches the Lotus badges on the wheels and at the front of the car, and it kind of blends in well with the car. I think it makes it look very nice, so I'm gonna go for that. Okay, you get one tire, Goodyear Eagle Sports, which I've heard is a really good tire. So we'll leave it at that. Right, interior. So the basic interior is black, as you guys can see. Let's look at the options we have. There's quite a lot of options. Okay, I can see Alcantara. That draws my attention straight away. So I'm gonna go for the black Alcantara stitch red. As you guys can see, yellow stitching on the seats, which I think brightens up the interior slightly. There's leather. There's black. Red leather, not for me. Red actually looks okay. I think the red is too much for me, so I'll just stick with the Alcantara yellow stitch. Steering wheel, if I've got an Alcantara seat, the steering wheel has to be Alcantara as well. So let's see if I will find an Alcantara yellow stitch. So we'll go for the Alcantara yellow stitch on that car. Perfect. Okay, and then the final options are Homelink, not really for me. Vehicle tracker, I can fit one once it's done. Privacy glass, definitely. Okay, so this is the final spec for this car if I were to go for it. Let's look at it in the sunlight. Studio, and let's get hopefully a quick video of the car. Perfect. Okay, so this is the car. If I were to spec it, this is what that car should come out as, and I think that's a great spec. I think on the road that looks absolutely incredible for the money and for what you get for this car. I think that's no brainer. Okay, so let's look at the final price for this car. So final price for this car, I believe, is £77,000. I think it's a great. It's very expensive. There are really no deals on the car at the moment, but I think with a car that looks like that, you should probably be expecting over £100,000. So the fact that thanks to Lotus we're getting this car at that price, which is still not affordable for me, is an incredible deal. Okay, so right, next car on my list. I think you guys will not be surprised why I'm back at BMW. I think they offer the best deals with regards to finance on cars, so that's why I'm back. Alright, so let's go back to the M section. So the car in question for me is the M4 competition. Okay, it's the M4 competition, and bear with me, there's a reason why I am choosing this vehicle. Okay, it's slightly bigger than the M2 I had before. I personally like the looks of this car. Very controversial. I know a lot of you will probably disagree with me, but I personally like the look of that car. Okay, so we're gonna look at the M4 competition. That's if we find it. Perfect. So let's build the M4 competition. Okay, right, there it is, the M4 competition. I like the look. I know the front is controversial for some people, but personally I like it, so I'm gonna go straight to the point. I know I've been to this configurator before. I kind of know what options I'm looking at for this car. First of all, this car is very expensive. It starts as you guys can see on the road price, almost £80,000 for this car. Okay, 510 horsepower, 3.9 seconds, 260, which is conservative. We all know how BMW works with regards to, you know, the 0 to 60 times. So we're going to go straight to the point. Okay, so the G82 M4 competition color, for me, it's a no-brainer. The launch color, I think that green is the color to go for if you ever buy one of these cars. I think I'm quite surprised it's a free paint option. You don't have to pay anything for it, so that's definitely an option for me. The other colors as well, let's look at what the options are. Oh, frozen Portomalo 3000, that looks really good. I cannot afford it, unfortunately. I've heard really good things about the Driver Grey. It's a kind of grey that kind of changes with regards to light, so that's £1,000. I think is a very good deal. But for me, I think that's the color if I were to go for that. Wheel options, I'll go for the standard wheel options. They all look very similar, nothing really different between them, so I'll go for the standard wheel option, which is the bi-color black double spoke style 826 forged alloy wheels. I think it looks good as it is. Next option will be seat colors. Black is not an option. I like the Silverstone interior, but I think I've gone crazy on the outside with regards to color, so I need something that stands out more. So I'm gonna go for the Kailami orange interior, which I think really sets the car off quite well. Okay, I think the green and the orange go really well together. And so another option for me will be the red, Fiona red interior. I think that really looks good as well. That really looks good as well with regards to the color of the car, making the car stand out. So definitely Fiona red for me. Well, definitely Fiona red is an option to consider, but we'll leave it on Kailami orange for now. Interior all comes with carbon, so there's no options with regards to that. So now we'll quickly look at some of the extras that you can add to this car. Okay, right, I prefer packages. I never go for individual options. So packages, let's look at it. So comfort pack, you get electric boot, leg comfort, heated steering wheel. I do like a heated steering wheel, so okay, I'll go for that, mainly because of the heated steering wheel. Visibility pack is a must for all these M cars, because I think I've seen some of these cars with just the LED lights, and I've seen some with the laser lights. I think the laser lights make the car more aggressive on the road, so definitely the laser lights. Technology pack has the recorder, Park Assistant Plus, yes. Main reason why I'm choosing this option is because of the Park Assistant Plus, because you get a 3D reverse camera, and that's very useful for car this size. I'm gonna go for that. M Pro pack, not really needed because I'm not going to use the ceramic brakes. The carbon pack, yes. guys, just look at the price there. £6,700 for the carbon pack. And with the carbon pack, you get a carbon exterior styling, which includes the mirrors, the rear diffuser, the front air scoops, or whatever it is they're called, and then the rear spoiler as well. And it also includes the bucket seats. And I've seen these bucket seats in person. I think everyone needs to get these bucket seats. Okay, they don't look comfortable. I've sat in one. I think they are comfortable. So for me, the carbon styling pack is definitely an option, so I'm gonna go for that. Or you can go for the ultimate pack. Okay, with some of the options I've chosen, the ultimate pack will probably save me more money, because it includes everything I've literally picked above. So I'll go for the ultimate pack. Right, let's go to the final price. Right, so this will be my spec. Okay, so it will possibly come with this option. So I would definitely go for the Isle of Man green, which I think is an incredible color. Red calipers. I'll go for the Fiona red. Seats, carbon seats, which I think looks incredible. Is a toss between the Fiona red carbon seats and the Kalami seats. So Fiona red carbon seats, and let's look at what it comes to with regards to price. £90,000. Okay, so you guys can see. That's more than I expected. With these options, that's way more than I can afford. But it's still an option. I know BMW do offer some quite good deals with regards to dealer deposits and things like that. So I'm not going to rule it out yet. I'm going to look into all of the vehicles I'm kind of going through with you guys and see what's more suitable to my needs. Right. Next car on my list is the Audi RS3 configurator. And this will come as no surprise. I think the Audi RS3 is a great car. That 2.5 liter engine sounds, I think, is one of the best sounding engines when it comes to, sporty hatchbacks. I think that engine is one of the best sounding ones. Okay, so that's definitely why I'm considering the Audi RS3. So right, let's find the Audi RS3 and configure it straight away. There we go. Right, so the Audi RS3. First of all, there are a few cars on this. There are a few cars I'm looking at that I've not actually seen in person, and the Audi RS3 is one that I've not really seen in person. Okay, I've not seen one in any dealership around where I live, and I have not seen one on the road yet. Okay, so it's kind of a stab in the dark, you can call it, but from YouTube videos, I think it looks absolutely amazing. What Audi has done with this car, it looks more aggressive. I don't know how they've done it, but this car looks more aggressive. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, so as you guys can see, there's a few options with regards to the RS3. Okay, so there's the sportsback, okay, and there's the saloon. Okay, personally I prefer the sportsback. I don't like the look of the saloon, not for me, unfortunately, and I think you get more space with the sportsback as well, so I'm going to go for that. With regards to sportsback, you've got a basic sportsback option, you've got a carbon pack, and you've got a Vossbrink, okay, edition. Okay, so as far as I can see into it, the carbon pack has a lot of carbon everywhere, and the Vossbrink pack is, I think, is the highest spec RS3 you can get. Comes with literally all the options you will need. Okay, so let's look at the price ranges. So as you guys can see, the basic, the RS3 Sportsback starts at £53,000. Well, on the road price of £55,000. The carbon pack £57,000, and the Vossbrink, £60,000. Okay, big fan of carbon, so if I was to go for the RS3, it would have to be the carbon, unfortunately, and the carbon pack. So we'll go for the carbon pack, and already £57,000. Okay. Packages. What packages have we got? So we've got the adaptive suspension, definitely a must. Comfort and sound pack, I think you get an upgraded speakers, that's a must in this car as well, so I'm gonna go for that. Right, and I believe that's it. I like how straightforward the Audi configurator is. So if I was to go for this car, I think this will be the option I go for. Okay, the carbon pack, the red looks really good. I actually forgot to go through the colors, so let's find the colors and go through that. Exterior colors, there's quite a few colors. I already like the red finish color here. It's got Tango red. I think it looks like a really good color, so that's an option for me. There's the Kailami green. Okay, it's just very similar to BMW's Kailami orange, same color name. So let's look at some of the colors. Ooh, nice. I like the green. The green is a nice color, but personally I think it's too much on the road, so that would not be for me. I think if it was a darker shade green, then I'll probably consider that option. Okay, let's go look at that one. What color is that? The Kimura gray. Oh, nice. It has kind of a blue tint to it. Okay, so my options will be between these two, I would say. The Turbo Blue and the Kimura gray. I'll stick with the Kimura gray for now. As you guys can see, the carbon pack seems to have like a spoiler at the back, probably a carbon spoiler. Okay, so that looks nice. It makes the car look very aggressive. And with regards to the car itself, I think one of the best things about Audis is their matrix light system. I think it makes their car stand out to most other cars with that kind of system. So yeah, definitely the matrix light system is definitely something you should option on an Audi vehicle. Wheels standard, I'll go for the carbon pack wheels. Comes with one wheel option, which is the matte black wheels. So I think that looks really good, so I'll stick with that. Headlights matrices, I'll stick with that one. Yeah, so yeah, and that's it. So interior, let's have a look at the interior. Right, so let's look at what options we get in it. The interior, you don't really get any options. You get plain black leather, nothing else. You get a sports wheel, flat bottom steering wheel, which is good, so you don't have to change much about that. Equipment, comfort, yeah. So basically, as you guys have probably noticed, if you go for one of the packs, some of them do come with a lot of options. Okay, so I went for the carbon pack, which near enough comes with most of the options that I will probably need to use this car. So I'll stick with that. And yes, that will be my spec for the Audi RS3 sports pack. Okay, so RS3 sports pack. Okay, so let's look at the overview. Yes. Okay, definitely an option to consider. Okay, right, I'm gonna leave it here. It's been quite a long video. But yeah, these are the car options I'm looking at. So in the next week or two, fingers crossed, there should be a new car on the channel. And you know, that means we can start to go on a few more journeys, a few more trips, and we can start to make some videos for the channel. Thank you for watching. Good night.